Happy Tuesday. Tuesday night. Sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts. As much as I meant to do some stuff for the weekend, streaming wise, obviously that didn't happen. But I did do some other stuff other than like catching up around where I'm at. Around the house, cleaning, doing things like that. Went and saw a film. But enough about that for now. It's time to get back into Octopath. And today, we're gonna focus on Harvey. Harvey's had it too good for too long. We're gonna finish Oswald's story and make sure Harvey gets his just desserts, I guess. Yeah, so over the weekend I spent some time digging up around my place and kind of taking care of things that needed to be taken care of. Stuff that sometimes I don't get to during the week, just things like that. Try not to let it get out of hand or anything like that. Where? Oh, it's down, isn't it? There it is. So, well, I guess we'll do this real quick. I must be on my way, but goodbye I shall not say. Hey, I just can't get enough of your singing, Agnia. Agreed. I shall never tire of your voice. Thank you. Huh? Sounds like the tavern keep is calling you, Agnia. Wonder why. I'll go see what he needs. She didn't go anywhere. What did he want? Apparently my singing drew in a whole bunch of patrons. So he wanted to thank me with some drinks. Here you go. Talk about hospitality. Thanks, Agnia. Aye, thank you. Your song must have touched their hearts. Alrighty then. Time for me to bawl out a ballad and earn us another round. Time for me to hit that dusty trail too. So bye-bye, farewell, take care, and see you. Particio, the tavern master appears to be summoning you. That was quick. Don't get too thirsty before I come back, friends. He also didn't leave. What did he say? He said my hollering was bothering the other customers and asked me to leave. I think we all could have seen where that was going. Anyway, we are here to finish off Harvey. Maybe find the one true magic? Who knows? Continue the tale.
How about we rest soon, Elena?
What's wrong, Papa?
Never you mind. Keep going.
I get, is she doing like homework?
I've
Studying?
made some tea. My dear?
I'm trying to figure out what her sprite is doing. It looks like she's kind of tapping herself on the cheek, but like she's thinking,
Wait
I
a
guess.
moment. I'm on to something.
Oh, is that the pen Papa gave you? What are you writing?
Oh, she is writing.
Sorry, Mama. I'm onto something.
My goodness. The apple didn't fall far from the tree.
It just kind of looked like she was like tapping her cheek like she was really thinking. It didn't really look like she was writing so much. If it was out over the paper, maybe.
The time is nearly at hand.
That's damn right, Harvey. The time for you to die. I don't know, we probably won't kill him.
Who would have thought I'd end up doing something tantamount to grave robbery?
Only you, Harvey.
Will you please be quiet? This is a sacred place, and I'll not have you disturbing it with your noise. This is of great import for you as well. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Forgive me.
Are you going to try to sacrifice
Good
her?
girl.
You scumbag.
There it is. Oh, great ancestor. At last we meet.
They just so happen to be like bloodline related to some kind of light faction-ish
Tome
thing, I think.
is finally complete.
Or royalty.
And my
not
covenant
a
with
faction.
him shall be fulfilled.
Papa?
He is V-Day!
Come, it is time for the experiment, Elena. You will become the blood.
Nah.
in my veins.
This guy. Hi, Windows. Go away. This guy is just right up there with the absolute worst.
Hold on, Elena. Harvey aims to call forth the seventh source. The shadow, as he calls it.
No, the shadow isn't a force. The shadow is a person from a
But
movie
what is it?
from like the mid-90s, something like that.
Is he truly that close to invoking the one true magic? If he is,
Or comics. I think
stop
it was based in comics.
I still have no answers. I've yet to solve the final variable in my formulae. Nevertheless, I must move forward. My chances are not zero. I will find my own answer. But first, I must find Harvey.
And beat him into the ground.
Help! Somebody help us!
Hmm?
The people headed to worship have lost their minds.
Something's happened. I should investigate.
They went, so they're going to worship, but they have lost their minds. How so? We have scrutinized these children.
Damn it all! What was that stuff?
What's wrong?
We were walking to worship. The fog, dark as night. It rolled in and...
Slow down.
The shadow pounced.
No! The fog! Ah!
Ugh. What? What's the matter, man?
He's holding a dark crystal? Seems he lost his grip on reality the moment he touched it.
Well, where did he get it?
If my hypothesis is correct, I have to rid him of the crystal, the source of all this.
Did it just get deposited into him from the fog? We're gonna challenge him. Yeah.
I'll take that. I like my thinking time. All according to plan. Thinking time. Let me show you what I've learned. Pierce them with the frost. I've
GG.
seen worse methods.
Well, you've touched it now. Are you going to
Seems
go
my
crazy?
hypothesis was correct. Removing the crystal has indeed restored his sanity.
You saved me. I'm okay now. Go on and save the others.
Understood.
Are you sure? Because what if that fog comes back? Mug the other villagers and take their crystals too.
Friend, here goes. Mind your envy.
Thank you, Articio.
It's my turn now.
Now it begins.
Thinking time. Strike them down. This wasn't in my calculations.
My turn.
You kidding me, Patty?
We don't have anything that can really do anything to him.
A touch of poison. Ow!
Thinking time. Indulge me. I've seen worse methods.
Articio with the late level up or early level up, however you want to look at it. He's too useful to leave the party. I don't remember this stuff being here before.
I'll take. I like.
It's like
my
a slightly
odds.
different map
I need a plan.
than
Strike them down.
the one that we came through for.
Thinking time.
Whose was that?
Indulge me for a moment. Now indulge me. Feel my wrath.
I don't remember. I know that we've been here before. We had to come up here for something else.
Indulge me for a moment. Study harder.
Was it Ochat? No, it was Temenos. We came up here for Temenos.
A worthwhile.
I don't remember like any of this stuff being here. I don't know where I am.
Experiment begin.
My turn.
Now then. Hey, be gone.
Time, Reactor.
Thinking time. Strike them down.
Here goes. Marcus, stay away.
I owe you one. Time to shine.
Prepare yourself.
Also, my
Study
menuing is
harder.
hella slow again because I haven't played in a couple of days. Hella. Antique coat.
Stand aside or fight.
Time to shine. A touch of poison.
Miss?
Here goes.
Miss? What?
Impressive work, Partition.
Let's see. Learned here.
How's this?
And then just hope for the best. Hey, we got him.
Great job, Oswald. I wonder what it'll be.
The tide is turning.
Here I come. I'll end this. It's over.
I'm just. Marcus, stay away.
The tide is turning. Thinking time. Feel my wrath. Indulge me for a moment. I've seen worse methods.
Alright, I'll take it. Since Oswald died in front of the last boss. Or the last boss we fought. And missed out on experience.
I'll take. I like my odds. Now,
Fire.
indulge me for a moment. Indulge me all according to plan. Thinking time. Indulge me for a moment. Study harder.
Study harder. You're just a novice.
A worthwhile endeavor.
Those
Hand
eyes,
it over.
they lack confidence.
I like my odds.
Sorry, that's more Solid Snake than it is Oswald. Bum, bum. When he's knocking the marrow.
Indulge me for a moment. This wasn't in my calculation.
The eyes of a
Thinking
rookie.
time. Indulge me for a moment. I need a plan. Calculations complete.
Oh yeah, so we're cleaning up all this stuff here. I went just
I've
covering
seen
stuff
worse
that
methods.
I just left on and didn't come back to because my train of thought was, hey, let's get started in the
A
game.
worthwhile and
Went and saw a movie this weekend. It's kind of that time, right? Like summer movies are coming out and just trying to like stay up on what's
Hand
what's
it
been
over.
releasing and things like that. I admittedly have missed
like
some
my
movies like John Wick and the Mario movie, but
indulge me for
you know, with the Mario movie,
thinking time.
I feel like I will just wait. I will just wait for that to be released in some other way, and then watch it. To me, that seems like, I don't know, better, not necessarily better use of my time, but just waiting, because I know that I probably, I don't have to say this out very good. I will watch it at some point, I just don't know when. That's something else I wanted to talk about too, but it has nothing related to this right now. So those two movies I've missed. I'm probably not. Oh God, I did it again. I'm not gonna catch up on those for a while.
Was it you? Are you the one who saved us?
Yes, it wasn't Harvey. But I went and saw Evil Dead Rise, which is the sequel to the 2013 Evil Dead.
I do. I was worshipping near the dusk-ruined shrine.
And
Without warning, a strange black fog rose from the ruins.
as much as, like, I mean, yes,
Where
it's
are
the
these
Evil
ruins
Dead
you speak
movie, but it's not like the old Evil Dead.
Just east of here.
You don't get like the Bruce Campbell kind of like dark comedy stuff going on. That one
So,
and these
You've been
remakes
to
are
the
like
best
true horror
ruined
movies,
shrine,
right?
have you, Harvey? I saw
Very
black
enjoy.
crystal
Like
placed in
I
the
enjoyed it
laboratory.
for the runtime, right? Because the runtime is like less than an hour and 45 minutes or something like that. Like that's a good sweet spot for
It looks the
a horror
same as the
movie.
one that gave him control of the creature.
And
he
a lot of
claimed was
movies, really,
Rita.
because a lot of movies gotten like really bloated with the amount of time that you have to commit to it.
If that's the case, has the experiment begun? The one that will awaken the one true magic?
Forgive me, but what do we do now?
Just
Stay
wait for
away
these
from
guys
the
to
black
finish.
crystals. That is all I can say. For
Do not
certain.
touch the dark crystal. The Muppets will control all of your
I must
movement.
go.
So watching Evil Dead, like I say, I think it was pretty enjoyable for the time spent like on it and its like overall runtime. Like it didn't overstay its welcome and it moved things fairly quickly, and it gave some reasoning behind things that happen later in the movie. Like it does set up characters and some actions and oh, why did this happen? Oh, because we showed this to you earlier. And it's like I really think it does a good job of that. Just like establishing
Now it
what
begins.
would we call it? Like plot devices, establishing plot devices and characters, things like that in like the first, what would I call that? Like 20 to 30 minutes. Like you get like a really basic kind of story, like loosely, like why these people are all kind of gathered together. It works, I think. Although it's some of it's a bit forced.
It's my turn now.
Just the general progression of the movie, I think, follows like the 2013 movie, and it's I admit it, I haven't watched that one in a while, but pardon me for just a moment. Okay. Sorry, the dog doesn't want to make up her mind. Doesn't know what she wants. Asking me for things and not really wanting to do other things, but she doesn't know what she wants. And I've gotten her to lay down. We'll take it one step at a time.
Whirlwind blow.
Bring it on.
So the progression of the movie, like I said, it's a bit forced in the beginning,
Now get steamy.
I owe you one.
at least for setting up some of like the plot devices. The fact that like some of these people are still in the setting that they're in is a little confusing.
Pierce the
I mean,
wings of
they do
frost.
kind of elaborate on
My
it
turn.
somewhat, but
How
they
long?
they don't
You
they didn't seem to have, and this is fair, like a single family though, they didn't seem to have like the deepest motivation to get out of the situation quickly, and not necessarily within terms of the movie plot, but like the subplot and setup to what's going on.
Yeehaw! Let's do it. Magia envy.
Many thanks.
All in a day's work.
I think the characters themselves are all right. I mean, you're dealing with like horror movie kind of trope characters, and like, oh my god, you're an idiot. Why did you do this? We told you not to do this. That kind of thing. How do you plan to oppose the one true magic, Oswald? They say there is no magic that can overcome the seventh source. Of course, they also have no proof, for one cannot prove a negative, meaning we still have a chance at victory. Yet I have not found the answer, but I know what I must do, no matter the cost. Oswald, let me tell you the story of Sharak, the first ruler of Ku. Long ago, there was an immensely powerful nation in Solistia. The people thought this nation invincible and were plunged into despair. Sharak, however, dared to attack them. Oh? What was his strategy? His friends. Friendship is the power by which any evil can be defeated. These are Sharak's words. So fear not, your friends are by your side. You're a very wise man. Yeah, so the characters are very much like, I mean, they're all established within the first 20 to 30 minutes, and then literal hell just breaks loose. And I think it's
Let's have
a
ourselves
good
show.
My turn.
setting from the original, because not the original, but like the 2013 Evil Dead, because the 2013 Evil Dead happens in the woods, right? It's a lot more open. It's a different kind of like phobias and scary things, because everybody's kind of always scared of the woods in the dark. This movie kind of goes the opposite direction, where it is insanely claustrophobic, and everything kind of happens within like 3 or 4 rooms. It's a weird. No, I'm not gonna say a weird like movie thing, but like for a horror movie,
Yeehaw!
it's like you were watching what was that movie, Devil, with the people in the elevator. The but you don't know the twist. Who is devil? This one you know exactly who the devils are. They're pretty upfront about it. And you can follow kind of how it works out and why some certain things happen. Trying to remember why one of them becomes the way that they do. I don't remember anything actually directly happening to that character. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. Okay, I remember. Oh, yeah, he gets it. Well, damn it. I didn't mean to, like, say anything. They get, pretty brutally attacked. Well, I mean, a lot of characters do, but one of the characters meets an not a very good time with a cheese grater. That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
Overall, like I say, I enjoyed the movie, especially for the runtime. I
Prepare
I
yourself.
feel like the general setup of like most movies and movies of like the last like 3 to 4 years, like if they want to continue, like they definitely try to set themselves up for a sequel by staying open-ended. But I think in terms of like a horror movie has to try to stay somewhat open-ended, because you don't always expect that the characters are going to have a good ending. And in this one,
Study harder.
it's fairly open, I think. The movie does do some, was it in media res kind of thing? Because it shows you something and then rewinds and then takes you to how you got there. I mean, there's that kind of thing going on. So I don't know. I liked it. Now, the other part of this is my movie-going experience was a bit different, because it's not, what is it? It's the second weekend it's been in theaters, and it's not like many people around here are gonna be like, heck yeah, horror movie.
My turn.
So that wasn't like a big attention grabber. I also went like mid-afternoon-ish, not late at night or anything, so there could have been other people, but
I need a play.
I meant the theater was relatively empty.
Pierce them.
It was like me, let's say 3 other couples, like older married couple, 2 like high school aged kind of couples, and then out of all things, a horror movie of this kind of viscera and over the top, like blood and dismemberment and kind of in your face kind of horror. Somebody brought their family, like mother, father, I think an uncle, and like 4 or 5 kids, all under the age of like 13 or 14. In that kind of situation, you kind of just have to roll with it and hope that at least the kids are good about the movie in general. I don't know how to explain that. Like, you just hope that the kids don't ruin like the experience in a way, right? But that's the risk that you take with any kind of kid in a movie theater. In this case, from like the very beginning of the movie, throughout the entirety
It's
of the
my
movie,
turn now.
all of those kids never stopped talking. Never, ever stopped talking. And, even like through the trailers, they were talking. Like, they just didn't care. The kids had no interest in like the actual movie. It didn't seem like so. They, yeah, constantly talking, and it's a weird thing. Like I think kids. I don't know if it's. I don't know why kids kind of do this, but it's like they can't seem to gauge their own voice sometimes. And it's not like these kids were like outright screaming at each other. I think they were trying to talk to each other, but also talk over the absolute ass blasting sound of this movie, because I saw it on like a D-Box theater with the Dolby or whatever. Some of that sound was a little like over the top for sure, but these kids I think had to keep trying to talk over the sound in the theater, so they would constantly get louder and louder as the movie approached a stinger point. It's kind of, it didn't necessarily like ruin like scares or anything, but it certainly dampened the effect, because you have kids that are sitting there and talking. They're talking like this, but you can kind of hear them. Whispers. And then they start building, and they're at this level, and you can hear them a little bit more of the conversation, what they're talking about. They don't necessarily, the movie, you know, they're not really talking about anything. They're just talking about what they're gonna do, what they did at school. You know, it's weird. It's a weekend. You don't talk about that stuff. You know, talk about video games or your hobbies or something. And then, like, you know, a tense moment builds and Stinger's about to happen, and these kids are, and they're just at that level, just talking to each other in the theater. And then, like, this happens like over a period of every 5 minutes. It's like a slow escalation every 5 minutes till they get too loud. Their parents finally get torn out of the movie because they're too loud. One of them turns and goes, "Shh." Like somebody was trying to let air out of like an air compressor. Just the absolute power of the shush going across that, trying to get those kids to settle down, be quiet, watch the movie, shut up, stop talking, that kind of thing. But every 5 minutes that happened. There was a couple, one of like the high school aged couples, that they bailed pretty early, and I think it had more to do with those kids talking and maybe a little bit of the movie. It was hard to tell. They seemed fine with the movie, but they almost didn't seem like they wanted to be at the movie, so I don't know why. Why did you spend the movies for a ticket? Why did you spend the movie? Why did you come to the movies, buy a ticket, and then leave within the first 15 minutes?
Here I come.
I don't fully comprehend that, and I don't. That's another thing I can talk about. But,
What is this?
I need a plan.
So that couple left somewhere in the first 30 to 40 minutes, I think, when they're really starting to establish
Pierce them.
like the beginning of the horror.
I've seen worse methods.
there was some iconography that was shown, and I'm assuming that one person or both people in this couple just did not agree with what they were seeing in some way because they weren't prepared for that, and they left as well. So I don't think it was the kids. I think it was the movie that drove them away on that one. As for the rest of us, we stayed and watched the movie, and we got through it, even with all the thoughts. And again,
Here I come.
I feel like it's a fairly
still have
enjoyable
much to
horror
learn.
movie. Which, like, what can you actually say about horror movies like that? Like, you either are okay with horror movies and you can watch them, or you are not okay with horror movies. You accept them, but you choose not to watch them ever. I think you fall on like a couple different sides of the fence there. But
Here I come.
My turn.
in any case, I feel like I need to rewatch the 2013 re-release or remake of Evil Dead just to re-familiarize myself with kind of the
How's
plot and kind of the escalation. I mean,
Just getting warmed
it
up.
felt like
Let's do it.
the overall like structure of the movie and the script and what have you. It all followed pretty much the same kind of blueprint that 2013 movie did. So there wasn't it's not like there was a lot of variance in it. Like, you basically, it's a horror movie, right? Like, you start off with like a drop of blood, something happens, oh no,
now it
and
begins.
eventually you end up with like characters that are completely drenched in blood, bathing in blood, are about to be drowned in blood, like all kinds of like the absolute absurdity of the situation and obscurity that comes from it, right? As this movie is not that is not that different from what I remember of the 2013 release.
I owe you one.
So
Time to shine.
it feels like it follows basically the overall same pattern.
I owe
And I think it still works. It works for that particular film because it's not trying to
I've
deviate
seen worse
too much,
methods.
and it's trying to keep it fairly concise and within the means of like a horror movie runtime. I think I would call it. Like, your horror movie should not be 2.5 to 3 hours long, right? That's too much. People can't handle that for too long. On the other hand, you don't want it to be like a I don't know, like an hour and 20 minutes long where nothing really got going or established very well, and you're just kind of grasping at straws for a while, why some of the things happened and why things progressed like so quickly. Doesn't happen, I don't feel like, in this movie. Fairly well paced.
The song
That was not. I don't know what I used that.
my turn.
So I definitely would end up giving it
Here goes.
another watch at some time, and hopefully I can absorb a little bit more of what's going on. I mean, there's not a whole lot, but just kind of like minute
It's my
details
turn
and things
now.
in the background. If there's anything that really stands out or looks like it's standing out like that. I think
Here I come.
overall, yeah, it's a decent horror
There's
movie.
no need for
Like,
flattery.
it's not
Rest
gonna
my
be
soul.
like the end all be all resurgence of all horror movies. So I wouldn't place any bets on that. But Still good for what it did, the movie itself, kind of the conciseness, and not necessarily all of the characters. Like, some of the characters are pretty good.
May I have this dance? Alright. Who wins a favor, blood?
But yeah, I mean, out of 10, I guess,
Here I come.
I'd say it's somewhere between like a high 5 or like a high 6, low 7-ish, like somewhere in that range. It's not completely mediocre, but it's not like on the breakthrough levels of being like the new like I said, the new resurgence or the new standard by which all horror movies are made. Like, it's nothing to that level. I think that's a fair
Nice.
assessment of it, I guess. My opinion is my opinion. You can watch the movie and make your own opinion, right?
Pierce them. Wings of frost.
Bring it on.
So that was my movie going experience for the weekend.
Come on, kid, stay
Hopefully,
That's a hope.
the next movie I see won't have this problem, because people would be not talking, but they'll be happy for some of the things that happen. It's obviously, well, it's a Marvel movie because it's just Guardians of the Galaxy. Hopefully,
Let me show you what I've
big
learned.
hope.
Pierce
People just don't talk the entire time in the movie.
It's my turn now.
Kind of a coin toss where I go. Even if I go to like the early movies, there's always like some row of like high school kids that just, there they are, and they're not interested in it. Like, why would you be? You're in high school. You're not
My
interested
turn.
in that. You just came to the movie theater to get away from your parents or whatever and do the things that you were trying to do that you couldn't do at home, let's say. Not to that extreme. Get your mind out of the gutter. Not to that extreme in the movie theater, but definitely like not paying attention to the movie most of the time.
There's no need for flattery. It'll rust my sword.
Marius had a notification pop up that I'm not really worried about now because it's not the main ones that I constantly check. And hold on, I need to step away real quick. Yeah, so as far as like movie going experiences go, like my theater is not the best, but it's certainly not the worst. It's one of the better theaters that I've ever been to. And I'm sure most people know by now, just like
Let the show begin.
prices. And it's like, I don't know if it's a complaint or like a rant, what I'm gonna go on here. Prices at the movie theater,
Strike them down.
not just like ticket
Here I
prices, but concessions cost as much as like a sit-down dinner with like 2 or 3 people. And it just seems absurd what kind of markup the movie theater is able to get off of concessions. I mean, you consider a bag of popcorn, right? Small bag of popcorn. In like some of the movie theaters, most of the movie theaters I've been to in like the last 4 to 5 years, popcorn is somewhere between, the smallest bag of popcorn is somewhere between, the lowest I ever saw was like $5.25, and like the highest that I saw was closer to like $7.50. My theater falls a little bit under some of that.
Boils.
The highest rate, it's probably like, I think it was like $6.25 for a small bag of popcorn. Small. A large, like the medium-sized bag, that's like $7 to $8, pushing up to like high 8, I think. And then the largest one, that thing is like $9.50, $10 almost. Absolutely insane for popcorn. Like the markup that you can get off of popcorn, because it's so simple to make. The ingredient is fairly low cost.
Thank you, Particio.
And you know you're making well, like for the sake of argument, like 800% margin or whatever you want to, like, you're making a ton off of that because it's just popcorn, salt, and butter. And then the overhead for, you know, staff and your container, bag, what have you, that the popcorn goes in. Insane. The one that I nearly like raised hell about it because it's just insane to me. But just a bottle of water at a movie theater was also about the same amount of money as the smallest bag of popcorn, like $6. This is why I sometimes sneak in my own refreshments and or concessions, because who wants to pay, you know, $15 for a ticket and then another $20, not even $20, this was like $15, another $15 to $20 for like a drink and like a snack while the movie's going on. Like, that's crazy. Crazy. And yet I'm an idiot.
My turn.
No, I was just really looking forward to going to the movies. It's nice to get out and do stuff like that.
Exposed.
The other thing I was going to talk about, and it's something that I've noticed that I do, is
I need a play.
I really like caught on to it today. I say the word probably way too often. I don't know if that's because of some of the
Fire.
the work and stuff that I do, where a lot of the background of it is not fully defined, so it's hard to make concrete statements. You know, I will definitely do this, or they should definitely do that. Instead, it's more like I'll look into it, but they probably ought to consider blah blah, like stuff like that. Like I need to kind of tweak how I'm presenting things and stop using probably. because I think you heard it earlier where like I was what is it? I should probably blah 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 blah, but probably, and like I just dropped like 2 of them like really quick, and it's just I need to stop that. And that's one of those like hard things to like catch on that you're doing, especially if you're not really, I wouldn't say cognizant of it, but it's really what it is. Like you got to be cognizant
Now it
of
begins.
how you're presenting your thoughts, and it's just something I need to work on.
Thinking time.
Something I need to work on.
Indulge me for a moment.
Here goes. Yeehaw!
In general, like I thought about it from the
Arrow of fortune.
My turn.
the framing of each class.
Thinking
Like,
time.
I'm sure somebody.
Calculations complete.
I've taken a few, but somebody listening to this has, at some point,
I've gained valuable
taken
insight.
a speech class. High school, college, independent learning, somehow, you've probably taken a speech and/or public speaking class. That is one of the I nearly said it. I caught myself. I don't know if you heard it, but I nearly said it. It's one of, I think, the better classes for helping realize certain tics that you might have in like your speech. I also say like too much, but it's just kind of my personality. That one's not going away. Probably needs to go away, and we need to switch it out with something else though. But in the speech class, the biggest focus was, you know, you're presenting to your classmates and trying to make the best speech you possibly can. Not stutter, not drop ums or like that kind of mouth onomatopoeia that just happens. To keep your thoughts succinct and on track. Trying to do what I'm doing now and do multiple things, but with a speech, you kind of have your points already put together so that you should know what you're going to talk about and be very, very confident in them. Harvey! Time to die.
So, you've come, Oswald.
In this case, they would refer to like and and a lot of your words that you use repetitively as filler words. So even though I use like a lot, and then I try to limit it for sure.
Give
Like
her
is a filler word. Give her back. But probably.
There is no need for such venom, dear friend. You can see she's resting comfortably.
Probably she's resting comfortably. No. Probably is a bad filler word
You
for
know
me.
these ruins, yes? They're
And
sacred to scholars like us.
It's weird that I've noticed it and I need to fix that.
I
in
will not
my-
listen to another of your lectures.
In my thoughts, in talking, in writing emails, things like that, just like being
Oh, don't say such things.
more direct with some answers instead of using, well, probably doing this or probably doing that, not being so wishy-washy about it.
Behold, the Book of Demons.
Oh, well, this fits in right perfectly with Evil Dead Rise, doesn't it? A book of demons? You have a book of the dead?
Made from the corpse of
Necronomicon?
Darkest himself.
Oh, it's even made out of a corpse. Perfect.
This is another milestone on the path to the one true magic.
The irony is palpable. Maybe it's just coincidental. Who knows? It's not really irony. It's
Now,
coincidental.
I need only the final piece. Elena's blood.
Definitely just coincidental.
See how the book cries out for it.
It's probably something other than the book. How much blood did you
Elena.
feed that book, Harvey?
What a noble child you've raised, Oswald. I didn't expect her to so readily sacrifice herself for the sake of her father's research.
You are not her father, Harvey.
Harvey, you bastard.
Indeed.
When I realized your family's blood was the key, well,
He's something a bit
it
harsher than a
shivers
bastard,
down my
though.
spine. It felt
Felt like fate.
so. I took everything from you. A small weight was lifted from my chest.
Oh.
I had no equal, no rival, until I met you.
Everything you're talking
I
about right now
envied
just
you,
makes me hate you
Oswald.
more.
From the day we met, even now, in this very moment, long have I coveted your mind.
And so you killed my
I would
family
give
to get it.
anything and everything to best you. My knowledge, my time, my status, my money, my pride.
I think this is a interesting take on
Even the dawn.
rivals and trying to be better than your rival kind of thing. Like, we're basically looking at Ash and Gary, right? Oswald is Ash and Harvey is Gary. In a way, right?
That's ludicrous.
Except, you know, in Pokemon, Gary doesn't kill your mom as soon as you leave Pallet Town. And then you come back and realize, oh my god, why is the house burning? What did Dr. Oak do? Or Professor Oak, Dr. Oak, Professor Oak, what did Professor Oak do? Why didn't he save my mom? Blah, blah, blah. Like, that kind
There's
of
still
mentality, like
I
if it was
just
still
need to
applying here,
destroy
just like
the
as
Black
general
Crystal.
rivals. Like, yes, as a rival, you want
I know
to
what you're thinking, Oswald. but
be
it's too
better
late.
than the person that you are competing against. I think in most cases
It's already
where
begun.
people have a rival and they understand that they have a rival, and the rival understands that they have a rival or somebody competing with them,
Oh, blood, ye guiding light.
it doesn't become nefarious in most cases, I would say, but that's me just stating an opinion there. It
Call down a shadow of the deepest black.
like when you think of a rival, you think of like a friendly rivalry.
Elena,
Did he just stab her?
it's no use. I must save her.
And I will be right back again. Sorry. Anyway, rivalries. When you get into a rivalry, like you want the best outcome, right? You want to push the other person so that they push you, and you want it to be
Feel the rage within.
friendly, so that it doesn't become
Such is the power of the shadow.
aggressively
the one true magic.
overstated. Like you're not
Calculating those complex
You're
formulas
not-
should have taken so much more time.
pushing the boundaries and like really testing the limits like this rivalry in a way that leads to like really bad situations or conclusions
All
or
was as
outcomes
you predicted.
that don't benefit either side. The
Indulge
rivalry
me
that you
more,
want
won't you? This is merely the
is the one that pushes, like I say, pushes you and the other person forward, where you constantly feed each other that motivation, that that drive to be better. This guy got fed up with not being the best right
The
away,
yawning chasm separates our abilities, and it will
and
no doubt be
even though they were
torture
considered
for you.
equals to each other, or what they thought Oswald thought they were equals as far as their input for the overall, hey, let's try to figure this out together kind of thing.
Try me, Harvey.
This outcome has just really
I
gone
shall
from
be
bad
your
to worse.
Time to shine. My axe is sharp.
I need a plan. Burn bright, O sacred flame.
Now it begins. How's this?
Okay,
I'm just
Axe
getting warmed up.
Elemental.
Don't underestimate me. Yeehaw! Let's do it. Monkey Steve.
And what?
Bring it on. Monkey Steve.
Sorry about that.
Here I come.
Oh yeah, we have axe skills.
Allow us.
We have that,
Time to shine.
and then we can finish it with the sweeping.
My axe is sharp.
And there we go.
Alright, I can do whatever I
And
set
time
my
to
mind to.
dance.
I wonder what it'll be.
I'm just getting warmed up. Arrow of fortune.
Now it's I fight for my friends.
There we go. We got a nice experience boost on that one. That's pretty nice. I guarantee that if I did this with Particio, the very first dance I did would have given me the golem. This is like one of the first times where doing this
Not
in a
bad.
dance has not given me a golem on like
But
one
it
of the
would be a
first couple of
mistake to
tries I've
admit
done it.
defeat now.
Elena, are you alright?
No, I mean, of course it wouldn't be that simple. She's still breathing?
She's unconscious, but her heart yet
Okay.
beats.
Well, that's good.
She served her purpose. The calculations are complete.
What?
What good fortune you have to be present for this moment in history.
That doesn't have anything to do with
Now,
math.
Feast your eyes upon the one true magic.
You shoot a laser at me? Holy hell.
Wonderful! need the one true power, the pinnacle of wisdom. I have done what Grattan himself could not.
The problem with this is that this guy,
Yes,
he's
your
wielding
end
this power
is at hand.
to wield power. He's not really fully comprehending all of it.
Oh, Oswald,
Not sure.
this is immensely satisfying. At last, I can deny you
So
something.
then his fall would be more not because we hopefully kill him, but because the power of love and friendship was on our side. Also God in anime. I don't know how he missed us standing directly in front of him, though. That was... Why did it fork?
Oh, did you write this, Elena?
It's a report on your magic called Papa's Magic.
I'm well impressed. Your powers of observation are incredible.
Research is so much fun!
Good on this kid.
Elena.
Like,
But there's still lots I don't know.
getting involved with experiments and doing
So
research
you
and things like
better
that.
keep teaching me.
And, like, really, really wanting to dig in and comprehending it.
Elena. My daughter.
Huh? What is this magic? It roils like the seas before a storm. How curious.
You pissed the man off. You can only drive this guy so far before he is going to absolutely destroy you.
What is it? This feeling swelling in my breast.
That fire, the blue fire that wants to remain lit,
I have to.
is it blue fire?
Protect Elena.
It's blue fire,
This
right?
is absurd. How did you make those calculations?
I've had them memorized. All this time.
What could you possibly hope to achieve with this? It's far too late.
Oh no. Ooh.
Last. The answer.
What is all this light? Congratulations. Very clever, Oswald. But I shall strike you down just the same, with the one true power.
Gonna get deflected. Or we just shoot our own beam right back at him.
This power.
You've matched me. Truly fascinating.
Oh no.
I knew
We
it.
have just
You,
gotten
Oswald, were my
a
only
taste
equal.
of what this power is. You don't fully comprehend what you're using. I think
Now,
Oswald has a
tell
better
me of this
idea
answer.
of how its practical uses would benefit
What was its source?
what
Out with it, Oswald.
would benefit his overall magic and what he does with it.
I do not
Instead
know.
of wielding it like a sword.
I simply thought of Elena. Nothing more.
Oswald is using it more, well, yeah, he's using it more like a shield.
You must be joking. How could that possibly be a source? Impossible. I refuse to believe that is the answer. I demand proof. Let us see once and for all which of us has attained
The protection
one
of a single
true
person? No,
magic.
that's not the source of the magic. the feelings within it, perhaps. What a pompous
It's my
asshole.
turn now. A touch of poison, so that's it.
Bring it on. Yeehaw!
All right, let us set up the diffusion shuffle.
Here's a little something for you.
Now it begins. My blade sings.
No sword.
Let's talk, Harvey.
Deal highly powerful magic damage that transcends the elements to all foes and reduces their shield points, regardless of their weak points. Okay. We will save that.
For a moment.
We can get a nice break. Ugh. Pure elemental. So this is probably going to, well, I said it that time, but this is probably a case where it needs to be said. This is probably going to be a full melee.
Fire.
All right, never mind. I was completely wrong. It seems like it's going to be a full elemental barrage. Let's see.
The winds of favor blessing now.
I'm just getting warmed
Fine.
up.
Merchant. Sidestep.
I don't want no trouble, friend.
I don't know that
It's my
I'll be
turn
able
now.
to sidestep all of this because
Do whatever I set my mind to.
it might be based on physical and not elemental.
The winds of favor now.
You're a star, Agnia.
If that's the case,
Hold this regalia.
Calculations complete.
This is the apex.
Oswald,
did I bounce that back or not? Where did that go?
I'll end this.
Indulge me for a moment.
Time to shine.
Yeehaw! Move on.
I hope.
There we go. Full heal for everybody.
Here I
Let's rock. I wouldn't be surprised if it's... There it is. It is a
Now
spear.
then. Let's
Harvey! Let's use this and see how well this works out.
This is the answer.
Ooh!
Now then.
That's some decent damage.
A touch of poison.
Yeehaw!
Still good with diffusion. I don't know, let's do this.
Majesty.
That didn't seem like that worked.
I will surpass you.
Now then. The winds of favor blow.
I'm just getting warmed up. Magia envy.
Thank you, Particio. Now it begins.
I need a plan.
Roar, thunder.
All according to plan.
Bring it on. Monkey, Steve.
For a true friend, prepare yourself. Next.
Now then, I can do whatever I set my mind to. I wonder.
Come on, good grace. Not a good one. There we go. There's our golem buddy. That one's not so good. When does Bertie? Okay. We need
Use this.
that on him. We can rest off all of that.
Why? It does not stand to reason.
I've already pushed him that
How
far?
can you remain so defiant in the face of the one true magic?
Because it's not the one true magic.
Is that all you can think of, Harvey? You've not changed at all since we met. But some things do change. I have changed.
Silence! Not another word! Book of Demons, grant me more power.
This guy's more like a warlock and not really drawing
I will use
on
whatever it takes to defeat you.
the power of the actual source.
Hold!
Okay. Okay.
Found your answer yet, Oswald?
Yeehaw!
For a true friend.
I mean, we can solve that problem
Prepare
pretty quick. Blizzard.
I will surpass you.
It is together now. Hey, be gone.
Do that since Oh, he has changed.
Indulge me for a moment.
What? Full physical damage
Bring it
now. Let's see. We got one more diffusion left. Let's reset.
Here's a little something for you.
Now then. A touch of poison.
Is that all you got? This is mine!
I can still fight.
Let's see. Olive.
Here.
The show must go on.
We're going to recover.
I fight for my friends. My blade sings.
It's not swords.
Is that all you got?
Friends.
Ugh.
I failed you.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not gonna blame Bewildering Grace on that one. I don't think that was the fault of Bewildering Grace at all. I mean, if you can't dodge magic, then you just
Here I
stuck.
come.
You're just stuck.
Thinking time.
So in that case,
Indulge me for a moment.
All right.
am I supposed to abuse? Harvey? No,
Here
not
I
Harvey.
come.
It was supposed to. We want to abuse Harvey. Abuse Oswald's one true magic.
My blade sings.
Yeehaw! Arrow of fortune. I ain't one for holding back.
And it feels that
Now
way.
My blade sings.
Thinking. Indulge me. Finished. I've gained valuable insight.
I guess we need to set up Oswald a little bit quicker. Skip all of this. We're not watching that again.
Howdy there, friend.
Oh, we have to get through this fight first.
My axe is sharp.
My turn.
Fire.
I'm just getting warmed up. Gonna Mine gets stinking time.
Thank you, Particio.
Ask Nia.
Dang, man.
Here's a little something for you.
Now it begins.
My axe is sharp.
Now then.
We need to make sure that we don't. Oh, no, no, no.
need a
That's
plan.
bad. That's not what I wanted.
Use this.
Can't thank you enough, Oswald.
Yeehaw! Hoo boy!
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Now it begins. Allow us.
That's a bit unfair.
It isn't over yet. My axe is sharp.
So we get one more. Here we go. This should be okay.
Feeling all better.
Cover us going
Now
to
it's
the next thing. And we should kill him. Yeah. Good. Good. Excellent. And he leveled up. Skip.
Not bad.
Skip. Probably gonna have to skip again. I did it! Ah! Dang it.
Elena. My daughter.
I might have to skip again. Like right now.
What?
Let's talk, Harvey.
Let's talk, Harvey.
Indulge me for a moment.
My turn.
All right.
We have this. Who's
Touch of
next?
poison.
I'm just getting
Set up the shuffle.
Here's a little something for you.
My turn.
It's my turn now. The winds of favor blew, so that's it.
I will surpass you!
Yeehaw!
Thinking time. Calculations complete.
Set this up. Use it for later.
Now then. Want one of the
Let's hope
I
for the
wonder what
best.
it'll be.
That'll work. That's not good. That's fine.
Here goes. Here goes.
Bring it on.
And then here we will
True
to get
friend.
her some SP back. Stop that.
I will surpass you!
Now then. Here goes.
Prepare yourself. I fight for my friends. I'm sorry.
All right.
Thinking time. Let me show you what I've learned. This is the answer.
My turn. Choose your next move wisely.
Time to shine. A touch of poison.
Found your answer yet, Oswald?
That was his boost. This is summon.
I will surpass you!
Mark
Now then.
begins chanting.
Rise, fierce thunder beast.
Now it begins.
Particio is not going to wake up. We are going to take that blast. So what do we want to do in this situation? Physical defense is not going to do me any good.
Know the depth of my skill.
Time to shine.
Nope, we need...
The winds of favor bliss your chance.
Skillfully done, Ethnia.
That's gonna hit him, but anyway.
My spear does not err.
All right.
Just normal attacks that does that one.
Do whatever I set my mind to. A touch of poison.
You really need to attack more than just that.
Reduce them to ash.
I'm just getting warmed up.
We can take that blast.
My dear, stick up.
I owe you one, Patricia.
Really needed to get rid of that one.
How can... Is that...
So that he didn't attack in the
Sight! I...
switch over here.
Is that...
That's nice.
This is mine!
That probably saved a little bit. Did he kill
Is that
the
all
other
you
one?
got?
Ooh,
Oswald. How's this?
it's not that.
Do whatever I set my mind to. I wonder
Well, let's go
what
for it.
it'll be.
That's a help.
No.
Where
That's not
did
good
I
either.
go wrong?
Dang it.
Uh-oh. just getting warmed up.
What is this? That's one of them.
Prepare yourself.
It wasn't swords, is it daggers?
Your life is mine.
It is daggers.
This is bad.
I almost don't want to res him. He's probably gonna die again. Yep.
Is that all you got?
Get in.
Shucks. Yeehaw! Let's do it. Move on.
Really not what I want there, but we're gonna get absolutely crushed.
Your life is mine.
That sleep, man, came at like
friends,
the worst
I
time.
failed.
I'm gonna get absolutely decimated here. And we're starting this one over again. He's just getting double cast. We need to get that off of him or break him quicker. That was kind of a bad situation again, where the random sleeps that are going out are really killing me. Let's change this. Where is... I have one that like nullifies sleep. Prevents blindness, prevents poison, prevents terror. Do not have one that prevents sleep. Probably help if we weren't using an Octopath pot. There's got to be something else we can use here. That one's better. Yeah, now we're just getting into the elemental reduction. I'll try that. I was trying to get up there.
Let the experiment begin.
Bring it on.
And just flee. Okay. Because this first one, regardless of, well, I say regardless of the outcome, as long as Hikari doesn't die, and we kill these
Here goes.
relatively quickly, we should have Hikari full
My get sticky.
going into the next one.
Here I come.
This is, they are, nope, learned, crash.
How's this?
It's my turn now.
Apothecary. Sweeping.
My axe is sharp.
Burn bright, O sacred flame.
Here I come. How's this?
I need a plan. Burn bright, O sacred flame.
Great job, Oswald.
And here.
My axe is sharp.
Bring it on.
Here we will set up a diffusion.
Here's a little something for you.
Thinking. Calculations complete. Indulge me.
Prepare yourself.
Here goes. Yeehaw! Let's the poo ball.
Heal up everybody.
Now then. A touch of poison.
Not quite enough. Oh, that did it. Oh, wow. Not enough XP from those to level up. That's unfortunate. I would have figured that he would have gotten enough there. I was obviously wrong. If I have to do it again, it might be worth just fighting it to get a level for Hikari.
Now it begins.
Here goes. I got more grit than I can handle. Here's a little something for you.
It's my turn now. A touch of poison, so that's it.
Let's talk, Harvey. Indulge me. Very effective.
Prepare yourself.
All right. The winds of favor blowing now.
I need a plan. Fire. Found a weakness.
I'm just getting warmed up. Mine is Steve. I ain't one for holding back.
You're a true friend.
All right. Whatever I set my mind
Alright, let's try your luck
to. I
again.
wonder what it'll be.
No, bad. Very bad.
My turn. What is this?
Now then. Calculations complete.
So
Bring it
bad.
Poo ball.
I know.
Time to shine. A touch of poison.
I will surpass you!
That one is at least workable.
Now it begins.
Only have single attack on that. Okay. Yeah.
Broken.
There we go. Good break.
Now then. Eureka.
Now it begins. My spear does not err.
Here goes. Don't underestimate me. Here's a little something for you.
I will surpass you!
Beautiful.
Reduce them to ash.
Now it begins.
Alright. Let's see.
It's over. Here goes.
Oh, no. We want this one.
My gift stink kept that, didn't it?
Thank you, Particio. Impressive work, Particio.
That's fine.
Now then.
Completely workable.
The winds of favor blow.
Now then. Calculations complete. This is finished.
Bring it on. Take all that.
No, you don't, sir.
Thinking time. In pursuit of knowledge. This is the answer.
Not as
Prepare
much damage as
yourself.
I would have liked there.
My blade sings.
Yeehaw! Move on.
Oh,
All right. I can do whatever I set my mind to. A touch of poison.
That was a good hit.
why? How is that? You. But. Silence!
Of course, like the one guy that I actually want to kill in this entire
Found your
game.
answer yet,
He's
Oswald?
the roughest one to do it to.
I will surpass you!
Where changes.
My turn.
This was arrows, daggers.
Your life is mine.
Now then.
Light? Well, if we're gonna take this hit,
This is the answer.
Yeehaw! Move on.
Prepare yourself.
E,
Your life is mine.
then yes, hit.
Thinking time. Indulge me for a moment.
Here goes. Arrow of fortune.
It's my turn now.
Okay.
This is what it means to be a star.
So we could extend this to everybody.
Here I come. My blade sings.
That's
No.
good damage. And then here.
Indulge me for a moment.
Bring it on. Don't underestimate me.
This one. No, we're good there. We just set this up for.
Here's a little something for you.
Is that all you got?
That's fine. That's fine.
Now then.
problem here is that he takes light. I wonder if the other one's shadow.
Indulge me for a moment.
I'm just getting warmed up.
I'm feeling all better.
My turn. Your life is mine.
Thinking time.
Let's see. Get it another 2 points.
This is the answer.
Blind. Lost the success.
I've seen worse methods.
Did he kill himself? I'm sorry. What? Did I reflect something? What the hell happened?
This cannot be. How could the one true magic be defeated?
All this time I come searching for vengeance and you killed yourself. You're a sick, twisted asshole.
Acceptable. I will not accept it. No!
No!
Harvey.
Harvey.
One true magic is beyond your grasp.
I don't know why I imagine Oswald as Solid Snake for some reason.
You cannot bend magic itself to your will.
Harvey.
There is nothing I cannot
That's not even
control.
some Snake. That's like him yelling at Liquid.
Unhand the
Liquid!
tome, Harvey.
Hold your tongue, Oswald. I cannot be defeated. I will not be defeated. I have not been defeated.
I can't wait for this guy to blow up because he's absorbing like too much energy.
Oswald! I will not surrender to the likes of you.
Harvey!
Well, he did kind of blow up. He did. He blew up. How
Harvey.
anticlimactic. Oh my god. Anticlimactic. Blah, 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 blah.
I suppose that was our last debate.
Whether whoever he lived or died? I mean, I think you won that one. He died. Also, I'm getting tongue-tied over just nonsense. I had a fairly long phone call today. A 2-hour discussion where I was leading a meeting. I talked almost the entire time. That's a little rough.
Elena.
Is she back to normal?
Did you call me, Lady Clarissa?
Engrossed in your studies again today, are you? I found something in the laboratory that might be of interest to you.
What a lovely pen! Thank you, Lady Clarissa.
No need to thank me. Carry on.
When I awoke later that day, I found myself in Lady Clarissa's home. I knew it was true. That the man I called Papa was not my real Papa. I can't stop thinking about it. How could I possibly forget my own father? I remember Lady Clarissa, at least. Lady Clarissa explained it very patiently. She told me it had all been a lie. Lady Clarissa? Where is my real father?
That information is not mine to tell.
Oh, I see.
But he will return.
Oh, Papa. Where are you now? And why did you leave me behind? Why did Mama have to die? Tell me why.
'Cause Harvey was an insufferable dick.
I have so many questions.
And the answers are simple.
And when I do,
The bottom line is Harvey was behind it all.
this pen I hold, it feels so familiar. Why is that?
Elena, it's time you got ready for bed.
All right, Lady Clarissa. Papa. My real Papa, that is. I hope we meet someday.
It's quite a downer, the fact that she's still brainwashed to an extent that she doesn't remember Oswald. Are you coming in to scrutinize her while she sleeps? Yep.
Well, now.
The daughter of Rita and Oswald, currently recuperating under Lady Clarissa's care. Though her amnesia prevents her from remembering Oswald's face, she feels a deep connection to her father and yearns to be a scholar of magic, just like him.
Elena. So, you've chosen to study magic as I have. Keep learning, my love. I cannot be by your side, but... Elena, you're doing me proud. Good night.
That must be like a blistering internal conflict for him.
Forgive me, Lady Clarissa. I find myself in your debt once more.
Think nothing of it. I enjoy keeping busy. But why?
She needs time. I do not wish to disorient her by
Or
moving too quickly.
this explanation is fine too.
A power stirred within me when I fought Harvey, unlike any I've felt. However, I know not from whence it came.
What?
I wished from the bottom of my heart that I could protect her. Then I felt it. A boundless power coursing through me. One that perfectly matched my formulae. There's no other explanation for it. Lady Clarissa, would you share with me your thoughts on the matter?
I mean, yes, this needs to be discussed, but like quickly brushing aside your daughter to get right back into the scholarly activities, like, I mean, yes, she has amnesia, and I don't disagree with his take on taking it slow to not disorient her or bombard her with too much information that may push her away from him.
What you felt was love, Oswald.
But the fact that he's too dense to understand that love was the source of power.
Don't make me laugh. The rest of my journey awaits. I found something of interest in Harvey's notes. It seems he did not work alone. I must seek out his accomplices.
And you shall do so with my help.
No, I couldn't possibly impose upon you further.
Oh, Oswald, please. Would you truly deny me the pleasure?
Well, if you insist.
You truly have changed. You're ever so slightly more agreeable than before.
Is that so? Look after her, would you?
Happily, Oswald. Now, off you go.
Destroy the last remnants of Harvey in this world. Oh man, I like this screen, but God, does this one hurt a little. Just because, like, he's just, he has to watch her from afar, like, grow up until the point that he thinks it's, you know, time for him to show up again, which is really, really unfortunate. What has you in such a good mood? I'm just glad Elena is safe and sound. You're a good father, Oswald. That's not true. Couldn't do anything for her, nor will I be able to. No one is more unfit for the title of father than I. And this is a self-deprecation that he's kind of still wallowing in guilt for allowing this to happen, but it's like he didn't really have an opportunity to do anything different. He got convicted of both their lives. Well, not convicted of their life. Convicted of their murder, probably the arson of his house, got sent to that island in the far north and was kept on that island for like years until he was able to escape. The entire time, Harvey, the absolute worst villain in this world so far, used his wife to make a homunculus and researched like chimeras and made other homunculi, brainwashed his daughter into thinking that Harvey was her father and forgetting all about him. Like, it's a lot of it's so aggravating, and I hate to say it, like I fully understand where Oswald is coming from. It's not necessarily like wallowing in your self-pity and guilt, but like he's blaming himself for everything that happened that was beyond his circumstance and control, which is real rough to like get over and get around. and let it go. It's tough to. No, no. I know where this road goes. He's got a long journey. Well, yeah, it'll be a long journey for him. I don't believe that at all. She's going to want to see you again, I know it. And when that time comes, you should be there. In time. And if that is what Elena wants. Perhaps I could even teach her a bit of magic. Like, I think it's definitely like he's got to collect himself. He's got to really overcome the guilt. I think it's more guilt than anything else for allowing all this stuff to happen. But again, it's like completely out of his control. Nothing he could have done there. Well done there, Oswald. Oh boy, if you could see your face right now. Thank you, Particio. A word of thanks? That's not the Oswald I know. I've been thinking about the reason why I was able to achieve what I did. And upon analyzing all the possibilities, I've crafted a theory. I succeeded because I was not alone. Aw, shucks. You talked me through all manner of situations. Our conversations were banal at times, yes. And yet, impossibly, each and every one of them served as a guidepost, reminding me I had your support. Kept you at arm's length, though certain that long conversations were a waste of time. Perhaps I should listen more carefully going forward. Well, that's great to hear, partner. Ain't no such thing as wasted time, after all. Any time spent with friends, no matter how silly, is precious. Ain't that right? That's a fine point. I really like these two's interactions. Like, Particio and Oswald complement each other very, very well in a way that Oswald is very pragmatic and looks at everything through a lens of, I'm not going to say like overt cynicism and negativity, but because he's scrutinizing everything, he's doing it from a point of view that lacks emotion and it's driven by logic. Whereas Particio is kind of his own weird chaos where he's just overly positive and nothing is really based on logic. He has plans and he does make plans and he does follow through on them, but he does it with like gut feel, which is completely counter to Oswald. So like it's like a good mix. It's real good. Real good.
I'll do what I must.
The penguin.
All right. A touch of poison.
Prepare yourself. For the pride of Ku.
So, for now that we have eliminated Harvey from the spectacle of this world, finally, we're going to stop for the night. Let's see. Next time, probably, oh, dang it, I did it again. Tomorrow night, we will focus on trying to complete Hikari's Chapter 5. And then at that point, we've only got 3 main characters left. and then the side story stuff. Progression wise, I feel pretty good about it. We should be able to get through at least 2 of these this week. So tomorrow for Hikari, and then Thursday for one of these 3, Throne, Casti, or Temenos. And then we'll work on like the side stories, which hopefully those aren't too bad, but we will see where that goes. And definitely try to make more of an attempt to do something this weekend. With how things kind of worked out and reviews and things that I saw last week, we'll probably... Damn it, I did again. This is what I'm talking about. I've got to stop doing this. Like, using probably as a filler word, because the context, it makes sense, but because I say it so often, it really loses a lot of meaning behind it. Anyway, I did look into Jedi Survivor. I'm sure my computer could handle it, but with what I saw, with just kind of the unfinished, not polished kind of game that you would really expect, I will wait a little bit before diving into that one and see if it gets any better. We may come back to that one much later, considering that Tears of the Kingdom is out next Friday. Means that we can put a lot of progress into this and try to finish up, and if I manage to finish early, then I have to look for some kind of filler up until Zelda. Which I do have some stuff that we can do, or I can do. It's just a matter of how soon can I finish off this game, and then what kind of time do I have in between me finishing this and Zelda to really truck through possibly another game before that release. I don't want to do like cycled stuff with Zelda. I want to play it and like go hard, but I think after maybe like a week or like 5 or 6 sessions of just doing that constantly, it'll be time to like swap something else in. So there's some backups and stuff like that I can have available and swap in. Probably some like direct like one-offs or other things like that. There's plenty of stuff on the Switch Online that we can play. I've got a ton of stuff I can fall back on. I was looking through it, but in due time, plans will be made, and we'll see where it goes. In the meantime, hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Again, if you're a lurker and you're just watching, just listening, that's absolutely fine. I enjoy the company, whatever that may be. And if I'm just talking in a void, so be it. But you guys are not a void. Somebody, hopefully, is listening. And to those people that are listening, I say good night and see you tomorrow. Bye.